Hey everyone, it's Karen with Yes Please Paper Crafts. So in today's video, I'm going to be creating a scrapbook layout for Pinkfresh Fridays, and that's a YouTube hop where a bunch of us scrappy YouTubers get together once a month on a Friday and we create a project using Pinkfresh Studio products. Okay, so I just recently moved to a new house and I don't have my craft room set up, so I'm going to be just doing something pretty simple. I have some basic supplies and I have not unpacked my craft room yet. I've been concentrating on unpacking the kitchen and the bedroom and bathrooms first, and I've also had a little bit of an issue with the master bathroom tub, and so the plumber came out and they had to go into the wall opposite where the tub is, and of course that's my craft room. So we had to move all the furniture. They took the baseboard off along the wall, put some holes in the wall, so I'm waiting for those repairs to be done until I can really get in there and start unpacking. But I think this is going to work out okay for now. I'm in my dining room and I've created a little space. Have some basic supplies here that I can use to create a layout. And of course I knew I was going to be doing a Pinkfresh Studio layout and also Simple Stories layout for some YouTube hops. So I did pack up my Pinkfresh and Simple Stories in a special box so I'd be able to find it to create this video. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I did want to use another sketch because I've really been enjoying using sketches here lately, and I really find that it helps me to create my layout much faster, and I also can be more creative because it gives me ideas that I maybe wouldn't do if I wasn't looking at a sketch. So I went over to Page Maps, which is a website where they have a whole bunch of sketches that are available for free. I'll put a link to their website in the description below if y'all want to check them out, but they have hundreds and hundreds of sketches. I went back to 2019, and this is from July, and I found this sketch, and I just really thought this was super cute. I love that it had the three little photos and then the one larger photo. It has two different papers with a border in between, and then it has this really cool scallop border over here. Now, I have not unpacked any of my punches, but I did happen to have this paper trimmer from Creative Memories. This is a decorative paper trimmer, and it cuts these wavy borders. So I thought I could do something with this to create those borders for this left side of the layout. So I think that'll be super cool. Rather than trying to dig through the boxes to see if I could find a punch to use. And so yeah, so that's the sketch. I also did manage to get my printer hooked up, and I printed out some pictures of my little dog Bella. These pictures were taken earlier this year when I took Bella to get her haircut. She went by herself. She had a spa day, and then afterwards we went to through a drive-through for a sandwich shop that we have here locally, and they have what do you call it? Frozen yogurt. And so anytime they see that you have a dog, they'll offer you some free frozen yogurt. So Bella got to have a little cup of frozen yogurt, and she had a lot of fun eating that. And it was super cute. So I have a little video clip of her in the car when I was feeding her this yogurt. So I'll put that little video clip at the end of the video, of this video, if you want to see that. And so yeah, so these are the little pictures, and so I printed out one larger picture that I'm going to use here for this picture right here. And then I did print 4 pictures. I'm probably only going to use 3, but I printed 4 just so that I would have some choices of different ones to use. I might only use 2 because these are bigger pictures than what is actually shown in the sketch. I guess when I was printing the pictures I was thinking it was bigger, but these are only 2x2s. But I could probably maybe chop some of these down, make them a little bit smaller, and maybe use 3. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so for the collection from Pinkfresh, I was going through the different collections that I have and trying to figure out which would be the best collection to use. There's not like a lot of color in these pictures because we were in the car, and so I could pretty much use any collection I think would work really well. But I like this one from Keeping It Real. And what sold it to me was that on this little puppy stickers, it has an ice cream cone. So I thought, okay, well, I'll go ahead and do this collection, and we'll create the layout using those pictures and that sketch. Okay, so let's go ahead and pick out some paper and try to figure out what we're going to do here. I don't really know where my cardstock is, so I'm probably going to use one of the papers as a background. because I don't think that I want to spend time trying to figure out where my cardstock is. I didn't really think about that when I was packing up my stuff, that I would need some more of the basic supplies, but I think I have enough that we'll be able to make it work. And look how cute this is. This ice cream is cheaper than therapy. That's adorable. Maybe we'll have to use that on there. So this is Keeping It Real, and it has a lot of like everyday sayings on it. We have this enjoy the little things. It's got some cute stuff. Okay, so here's the back of that one. Okay, here are some, I love this shape. I don't know what you would call that, but it's like a half circle at the top and then like a square at the bottom. Those are really cool. And, oh, that's pretty. The rainbow. We could maybe do that as the background. I'll have to think about it. Okay, and maybe we don't even need a background, actually, to be honest, because if you look at this sketch, there's a pattern paper, a pattern paper, a pattern paper, and a pattern paper. So I could just pick 2 pattern papers and some scraps, and wouldn't have to really worry about having anything for the background. Okay, so let's see what we got here. All right, we have this floral, and then the stripe, and then it looks like this one here has a bunch of circles, and then we have that one on the back. I think I have 2 of that one. Okay, and then there's another floral here. I don't know if I want to do purple. The blue's cute. So we have the paper with the little houses is adorable. That might be cute to do at the top. I'll have to think about that. We might try to use that one. I want to do something with really bright, fun colors. This is a little bit of a pastel. Has the purples and the pinks. I'd like to do something that has a little bit more of the brighter colors. And that's cute with the little icons. And then this really bright yellow. We could definitely maybe use the bright yellow for maybe the side. So I'm thinking that would be really cute. And let's see if we can find a paper for the bottom. All right, I do have quite a few of the same paper here. I got a lot of this paper in, I think I bought one of the paper packs that they had. That was the 12 by 12 paper pack for this collection. They had that on clearance. I also got some of this paper from the Pinkfresh Studio grab bags when they have those grab bags. It's really an awesome way to get some Pinkfresh Studio products. And I really like this pink and white stripe too. I think that's really cute. Okay, we do have more than one of this. I really like this paper right here with the stripes. So what if we did either that there. There was also another paper that had like a, let's see if I can find it here. I thought there was a paper that had like a light blue and white, but maybe I'm imagining that because I don't see it now. Unless I just missed it as I was going back through it. They do have this paper here, which is pretty. Almost looks like the sky. So that's kind of busy with the stripes and that. I could do something like this. That's really cute. I like that a lot. So we could do that and do some of the strips here as the border strips. I think that would be cute. Yep, like the yellow. We can do some of this wavy borders with some of these solid stripes here. And I think that would be adorable. Okay. Now the only other thing I think that we need for this layout, they had more of a solid color paper than a thinner strip, and then the scallop border, and then we also have a paper that's going across in between. I also don't have washi tape out. I have not unpacked that either, but we can maybe do something with either the stripe paper. What else? Okay, that's a little bit too much. I was thinking the yellow would be cute, but I think these two patterns here are very close in scale. And so those two patterns, even though they're different colors, are competing with each other. And I don't really think that that would work. All right. Now I did have some scraps that I had, just a bunch of scraps here. So maybe I could pull something in from another collection that might work. So let's take a look at what we have. We just need to have something that's at least 12 inches long. So that's going to eliminate a lot of these scraps. So I was working in the layout, talking to you guys, and then realized that my phone had quit recording. So I had to take a break and go back and look at my video footage to see where I had left off. And I was just about to go through my scrap paper and look to see if I could find a paper to use over here on this side of the layout. So I found this really pretty heart paper, and I'm going to use that as the main border over here on the left side of the layout. And then I thought to kind of tone it down, I would use some solid colored paper because I do have a lot of patterns going on with these 3 different pattern papers. So I took this rainbow stripe paper and I used a decorative trimmer from Creative Memories, and I created this really fun wavy border. So when you use that trimmer, it has 2 different blades, 2 different patterns, but when you go to cut it, it also has the reverse. So you can see here that I have a mirror image. So this can be flipped around to go this way so that you can see the color peeking out. If I do more of these border strips, I'll have multiple colors. So I was thinking about maybe doing the yellow and one of the pink colors, and just having this heart paper, and then the border strips, and then these 2 papers. Okay, so I did cut down my photos, and I tried to make this photo as small as I could. So this will be the main focus of the layout, this picture, and then I cut down all of the other pictures. Now I did want to show in this picture my hand with the yogurt because she's looking up at the yogurt. And so I decided to cut all the pictures down to like a 3x3, except this picture is a little bit wider. And as I'm looking through these pictures, I realized that this picture here has a lot of dead space in the corner. And I think, and this one has a little bit of dead space here at the bottom where the seat cushion is. So I think I could possibly overlap the pictures a little bit here and do something like this. So I'm thinking that maybe I'll kind of arrange the pictures like that. And I also think that I'm going to put some white cardstock behind there. So I'll mat all of the pictures with white cardstock, which will really help them pop out from the other pictures. And I don't think I'm going to use this picture. It is pretty similar to this one. So I think this is probably good enough having those 4 pictures on there. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut out a couple more of these strips. Okay, so let me grab this trimmer, and I think what I'm going to do is go right through the middle. That way I would be able to use either side of the strip here. And the way this trimmer works is there's 2 different patterns and 2 different blades. And when you lift this up, you can see the groove here. That's where it's going to cut. So you kind of know where it's going to cut. And here is the other groove. So when you line your paper up, you just put your paper in here and just line it up with the pattern that's coming out from either side. So you kind of have an idea of where it's going to cut. And then you just press on the blade and you cut along the wavy edge. And then you can go back. Oops. I think we should be okay. Sometimes when I cut it, it doesn't cut through all the way the first try, but this time it did. So you can see I have this one border strip here, and then I have this one here. I'm going to go ahead and use my straight trimmer and cut that off. And then let's see, let's try the pink one here. And I think I'm going to go right about there. And we will press down. Okay, and that cut through as well. Okay, so now that I have my wavy pattern cut out, I'm just going to take my straight paper trimmer here, and we'll just cut this down. Now, one of the cool things about this Creative Memories paper trimmer is it has these little guides. They're like plastic. There's a black line running through the middle of it, and you can slide these up and down the track to see exactly where you're going to cut before you cut your paper. And they do have the guide, the cutting guide on either side. So there's also one up here. And if you have this Creative Memories paper trimmer and you didn't even know that they had this, don't be, I wouldn't be surprised, because it took me a while to figure out that that was actually there as well. But it's stuck up here underneath or at the top, and you just kind of just, you know, push it and it'll pull out, and then you can go ahead and see where your paper is going to cut before you cut it. Let me see if I can bring this up closer to the camera so that y'all can actually see what I'm talking about here. So you see this little plastic piece, it runs up and down. It's really cool. It makes it really easy to cut apart those cut aparts with the little different size cards, like the 4x4s, the 3x4s, and really easy to see where you're going to cut before you cut your paper. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to go ahead and just make sure that I'm within the pink part. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then let's go ahead and do this other one here. I know I've had people before ask me in my videos what I'm doing with the paper trimmer when I'm going up and down like that. I'm not cutting anything. I'm just visually looking at it to see where I'm going to cut before I cut. This paper trimmer is awesome. I am a Creative Memories advisor, so if you'd like to shop with me, I have a link in my description of my videos. I always have all of my affiliate links there, and also my link for my Creative Memories store. So if you don't have an advisor and you'd like to make a purchase from Creative Memories, I would love to have you as a customer. I love their products. Their tools are awesome. I love their punches, their trimmers, all their cutting tools. Their circle cutters, super cool. They have a lot of really good products. I like their papers and stuff too, but my favorite thing from Creative Memories is all of their tools. I think their tools are just top notch. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this over here. And let's see. No, I need that still. Did y'all ever do that? You just put things to the side and then you realize, no, I still need to have that. Okay, so we need to cut this paper down. I'm going to go ahead and cut off the branding strip first, and then we will figure out about how big we want each part of that to be. Okay, so I could do something like this where I'm alternating, but I'm thinking I might just go the same direction because it looks a little bit cleaner going in the same direction than if I was to alternate the paper. So I kind of like the way that that one looks, a little bit better. Yeah, I like that. So I think we're going to go with that. If I wanted to do skinnier strips, I could probably do these smaller ones. Let's see how this would look. Or I could cut these down a little bit and just have skinnier strips running down. But I kind of like the way that this one looks. So we're going to just go with that. And super cool. So I did cut the paper down just so I could see like the rows of houses here. Some of this is going to be covered up by the picture. I decided to use more of the blue because I knew that this picture was going to be up here at the top. So I'm thinking that once I put the white border around there, that picture will be right about there. And then we'll have this one. I might have to make this a little bit smaller over here, because I want to have enough space for all the pictures. Okay, it's always good to cut your paper just a little bit bigger than you think you need it. That way, if you end up, you know, misjudging how much paper you actually needed, it's easier to just cut a little bit off than it is to try to get another piece and have to start over. So sometimes I'll cut it a little bit bigger than I think I need, just to make sure I have enough paper. Okay, so we're going to do something like that, I think. Okay, so I think my pictures are going to go about there, so I can go ahead now and start putting all of this together and gluing it down and mounting the pictures. So I'm going to do that and then I'll come back. Okay, so I put together my border and glued everything down except for the pictures. I think this is going to be my picture placement with these pictures overlapping, and I want to pop this one picture up with some foam tape. And just to make that stand out a little bit more because it's going to be on top of the other pictures. And because there's dead space in each one of these pictures, it kind of allows me to be able to pop this picture up and put it on top of those other pictures. I think that's going to be really, really cute. Okay, so I'm running out of foam tape here, and I don't know where my big roll is. So hopefully I'll have enough to finish this layout. If not, you can always use cardstock. If you don't have foam tape, you can just take some scrap cardstock and just glue it together and layer it until you get the added dimension that you'd like. And you can use that instead of foam tape. So sometimes I like to do that, especially if I want something not as thick as foam tape. I just take 2 or 3 pieces of cardstock and layer it with some glue, and then use that instead of using foam tape. And that works out pretty good. And probably a lot cheaper. Although it does take more time because you have to glue everything together to get the dimension. Okay, I got a tiny little bit left. What I do is I usually buy the huge rolls of Scotch foam tape. I think it's like 36 yards, and then I'll take and I'll roll it up until I get a roll about maybe about that big, and then I use that up, and then I'll get the big roll out again and do it, because the big roll is like huge. It's like probably this big around. It's too much to have all at one time. Okay, so that's popped up on some foam tape, and so I think my pictures will go just like that. And then for the title, I have some puffy letters that go with this collection, and they're green. And I don't know if these would really, I don't know if I want to do that. I also have these chipboard or wood veneer alphas. This comes from a holiday collection called the 𝗷𝗶𝗁𝗲. It's an older collection. I did get these in grab bags that I had ordered from Pinkfresh, and I've used them a few times. I really like them. It almost looks like a two-tone wood veneer, and I think these would be really cute here. So let's go ahead and try this out. I'm thinking for my title, I might do something like treat time, and maybe right about here. Just kind of want to put a few of these down to see how this is going to look. But that was definitely a treat for my dog Bella, who would really want to be the only dog in the house. She got to go by herself, and I did that because I had taken 𝗬𝗶𝗀 to get her hair cut a few times without Bella, because 𝗬𝗶𝗀's hair grows faster, and it also gets matted more easily because it's a very fine coat that she has. And Bella doesn't really need to go that often, but I brought 𝗬𝗶𝗀 to the groomers a couple times without Bella, and she was quite upset, and she let me know it. So I went ahead and brought her just by herself and took her to the park, and then we went and got frozen yogurt, and she was very happy. Okay, so I think that'll be cute for a title. So we'll just go ahead and do that. I'm going to put it right there. That's kind of where it was in the sketch. I'm trying to follow the sketch pretty closely. I didn't really do the photos the same just because my photos are a little bit bigger. I did end up using this strip of green paper. I cut this green border down just a little bit, and I had this little piece left over. So I just put that there in between these two pattern papers. So I think that turned out pretty good. Okay, so also in the sketch, they had a little bit up here with some buttons, and then they had some flags up here. So my clusters will be, I think, here, here, and maybe, not sure. I might just have, let's see, 1, 2, I might put something a little right here. And I had a little bit of a mishap with my border strips. For some reason, when I was gluing this down, the yellow one didn't match up. I don't know how that happened. But I just went ahead and just made it line up with the other three, and it kind of doesn't go all the way down to the edge of the paper, but I kind of think it looks cute. So I was okay with that little mistake that I made. Still don't know how I did that, because maybe I had the paper on the trimmer a little bit differently. All right, so I have my ephemera here, and I wanted to just go ahead and look through some of this and kind of get an idea of what pieces we want to use on this. I do have the ice cream cones, but I also have a puffy sticker that has ice cream. So I might use that one or the puffy sticker. This is really cute. It says on today's walk. So I could do that somewhere. And there's a little house here. So maybe we could put the little houses up here on the cluster up here. And I'd like to maybe do something here where I have this kind of empty space. We have the clouds with the rain coming out. And there's a little tag. If I have a place to use a tag, I could use it there. But I think it's a little bit small for what I would want to have right there. If I was going to use a tag, I'd probably use something bigger. Okay, we have another house here. That's really cute, having little houses up there at the top. And today was tough. Some of these sayings on here I have a hard time using. I don't usually scrapbook things that make me sad or that are, you know, like ups and downs, I guess the down part. I don't usually scrapbook that. This is cute. It says, just treat yourself. And since this is a layout about treat time, that might work. So we might put that maybe somewhere up here. The sun will rise and you can try again. I guess if you had a disappointment. And I don't tend to scrapbook my disappointments. If I did, I'd probably have way too many layouts to create. Especially these last few years. All the disappointments, especially with my house. My old house it's given me trouble from the day I moved in to the day I moved out. When I was moving out of my old house just recently, a couple weeks ago, the treadmill was in one of my bedrooms, and it has carpet in that room. And when the movers moved the treadmill, the carpet was soaking wet underneath. Okay, and this house has had one problem after another, and I just keep throwing money at it, and it's a huge money pit. That's all I have to say about that house. It's a nice house. Hopefully somebody will enjoy living there. But it got to be where it was just too stressful for me. And so anyway, I had the window guy come out because we thought maybe the water's coming from the window that's really close by there. And he came out and re-caulked the window and said he didn't think it was coming in through the window. So then we had a roofer come out, and they said, well, we're not really sure where the water's coming from, but if you'd like us to do repair, we'll take the shingles off the roof and you know, look into it further, and then put some ice shield down. And the way that this roof on this house is situated, it hangs over 36 inches, which is crazy. So the roof comes down, and then it has another overhang of 3 feet. And it's really hard for them to see the edge of the roof without taking the roof off. So they ended up doing that, and that cost me $2,300 to have the roof fixed. So I'm just so happy to have moved, and I'm really excited to get that house on the market so that I can sell it, and it will be out of my life for good, and I can move on. Okay, is this real life? Yes, it is. Right now, embrace the mess. This would be a good one if I wanted to scrapbook some pictures about my unpacking, because my house is a mess right now. There's boxes everywhere. A little pick-me-up. That's really cute. Might could use that one. Not a good day. Let's stay home. Okay. So you can see how many of these quotes are kind of like on just things that are maybe not cheerful and happy that happened. Some days you win, some days you learn. All the feels. All right. Little joys. Okay, this one says today was tough. This would be a good one if I wanted to do some scrapbooking about my last house, and every time a problem cropped up, seriously, another problem. My friend Judy told me she was really happy I didn't find that damage to my house until after I moved out. Yeah, I probably would have been freaking out. But it's okay. Everything can be fixed, I guess. Hopefully it just stays fixed. All right, so let's see. I'm doing more talking than I am scrapbooking. That's why it's hard for me to scrap and talk at the same time. My brain has too many tabs open. That's too funny. That about sums it up right now. My brain has too many tabs open. That's hilarious. Okay. Let's see. What else can we use from here? I could use some flowers. I have the ephemera pack, the bits and pieces. I also have these flowers, and I could use flowers on here, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like it really suits it too much, unless I just use some of the smaller ones. But I'm thinking maybe no flowers. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the other embellishments that I have. So I have some puffy stickers here. These are mostly word stickers. They do have a few images on here. And I'm not seeing anything on there. I do have some enamel dots, which I'll probably use. Okay, here's the puffy sticker. So we do have a puffy house. So if I wanted to do a third house over here, I could do this little greenhouse. That's really cute. There's the ice cream cone. We have Hello Weekend. I don't know if it was on the weekend when I took her to get groomed though. Me Time, that would be perfect. I might have to use that one. Me Time. Crazy Times. Oh, there's another house down here. That one's cute too. Okay, I think I could just do a few little word stickers down here. That would give me the cluster. And then I want to try to make this a little bit bigger and fill this in. So what else can we use up here? See, this is a really cute embellishment, but then it says, live, laugh, lower your expectations. I don't think I want to lower my expectations. I like that sticker stuff, but I don't really like the expression. To be honest, I'm just winging it. Yeah, that's me most of the time. Okay, this is funny. Today for my rainbow. Oh, that's a really cute sticker. I like that one. So maybe we have to try that today for my rainbow up here at the top. All right, I could do a little bit of a tiny embellishment here if I make this one kind of small. There's nothing that says you have to have just 3 clusters on your layout. You can have more than 3. I think the important thing to remember is to make sure that your pictures stay the focus. And so as you create your clusters, and you can see here, I'm creating 3 clusters on this layout. I have one here, one down here. And so it creates kind of this triangle effect, which kind of draws your eyes in towards the pictures. But it's okay if you have a blank empty space. If you would like to just add a little bit up here, that still will help to draw your eye down toward the pictures. Okay, so maybe we'll do that. I think we're going to put that up there. And we also have the stickers here. And these stickers are really cute. I do what I want. That's Miss Bella for sure. If I don't laugh, I'll probably cry. That was me, especially living in that house. They got some really cute sayings on here. Some of them I probably wouldn't use, but there's a lot of really cute things. One thing at a time. Okay. All right, well, I think I'm going to work on this a little bit and just concentrate so I can maybe get this layout finished. And then I'll come back and show you what I came up with. And so I'll be right back. Okay, so I think I have this layout just about finished. I'm going to talk a little bit about what I did and then maybe add some enamel dots. But up here in the top cluster, I have these little houses, and it says time for a break and me time. I thought that was really cute. I was surprised that I did find quite a few little word quotes that worked for this layout. And then up here I added this sticker that says dessert first. It has a little cupcake. And then this one I popped up with some foam tape. It says, whoa, is this real life? And then down here it says, on today's walk, just treat yourself. And I have a little ice cream and another little cupcake. And then of course here's the title, treat time. And then down here at the bottom I just have this little cluster here. And it has 3 word quotes. A little pick me up, I do what I want, and 1,000 times yes. So I think that the word quotes that I picked out are just perfect for this layout. I think it's super cute. And I did want to repeat the colors. One of the challenges that I had was sometimes I found something that I thought would work, but it was the same color. So I wanted to get different colors in the different clusters and, you know, have all of the red, green, yellow up here, down here, over here. So I really think it came out cute. Okay, so let's go ahead and add a few enamel dots. So I think I'm going to add maybe a couple here. And let's see what colors we should pick. Should I pick yellow and then green? And then maybe the light blue. Light blue might kind of just blend right in too much. Let's try this purple color. And then over here we'll put some as well. So I'll do a dark green, a small yellow or a medium yellow one, and then the purple. And then we'll do one down here. So we'll do, let's see, what would stand out best here. I'll do the blue, and then a small yellow, and a medium purple. Have to think about that for a bit. Okay, so I think that is cute. We'll just go with that. I'm trying not to overthink the enamel dots. I think I've watched back some of my previous videos as I'm editing, and I see how much time I'm taking with putting enamel dots on my layout, moving them around, and then they usually end up right where I put them the first time. So I'm trying not to do that anymore. I'm just putting them on there, and I think usually I do a pretty good job of getting it on there and it looks good. So let me go ahead and show y'all a close-up of the layout. I do have a short video clip of Bella eating this, her yogurt, that I'm going to put at the end of the video. So if you want to see that video of Bella, stick around to the end. And please be sure and go check out everyone else's videos that is participating in the 𝗬𝗵𝗂𝗊𝗕𝗂. It's really a lot of fun to see what everyone else creates each month with their Pinkfresh stash. I really had fun creating this layout. I hope y'all enjoyed watching my scrapbook process video. If you did, please give this video a like. And if you're not already subscribed and you'd like to see more videos, please subscribe to my channel. I'd love to have you as a member of my channel. Okay, you guys, that's all I have for this one. Hope y'all have an awesome weekend, and I hope to see you next time. Bye now.
What's he doing, Pookie? What's he doing, Miss B? Hmm?
Pick it. Okay, Miss B, you're making a mess. Is it good? Is it good? Is it good? There you go. You're eating it so fast you're going to hurt yourself. You're going to give yourself a brain freeze, Miss Bella. Take a break. Take a break,
Miss B?
Say, I thought I was recording and I wasn't recording. That's just too sad. Miss Bella, show me your pretty face. Was that a good dessert? That was good, huh? That was a good snack. Is that a good snack? You're being so hard to take a picture of today. You're being so difficult. Why are you being difficult? Can't get you in the camera. Was it good? You look like you enjoyed that. It was good? She's like, yeah, now I need to take a break. I ate all that ice cream and gave myself a brain freeze. Want to take a break? So you need a nap after eating all that ice cream, huh? That was some good ice cream. Are you enjoying your time? Are you enjoying your time out? You get to be pampered and spoiled. You got to go have your hair cut without 𝗬𝗶𝗍𝗀. So are you happy now? I think she's happy now.